Howdy guys, Nintendo Capri-san here, and welcome back to Let's Play Donkey Kong Country 3. I have some bad news about this episode. My original commentary didn't record. I didn't start my record pad like I thought I had. So, I did commentate over the video, but I lost all the commentary. So, pretty much, once that happened, I realized there was really no point to me showing any more than I had to of this level and anything that I did after this, because you couldn't hear my reactions to it, and the whole point of a blind LP would have been, to show the reactions, and like how I reacted to failure and stuff. So I showed a little bit of failure, but not much, since, you know, obviously you don't have the original commentary, so you can't hear me trying to figure it out in my head what you're supposed to do in this level. I was thinking you had to go up here, and obviously you go down, and then later in the level you go up, but I realized that too little too late at this point. I saw that banana arrow and it confused me. I'm not sure even now if that means something. And the other thing that's confusing about this level is you have to press left to go right, and right to go left. Because when you press an arrow, the corresponding rocket fires on the barrel. So if you press left, it fires from the left, which pushes you to the right. Amazingly enough, I got this, I think, on my second try. I at least got to the checkpoint. And then after that, it only took me like 6 more tries after that to actually finish the level, so it really wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. But I just got so confused, I didn't know what I was doing. And there's the checkpoint right there. And then you get the fuel here and you start going up, and then it's like, oh man, I didn't know what I was doing. You don't crash into the walls, but they slow you down. And so if you don't take like the exact right path, and I can't believe this one point right here, let me see. Right there. I always hit that right wall. Like 4 out of the 5 tries that I failed, I hit that wall. And that was why I didn't make it through the level. I mean, all things considered, I actually did surprisingly good on my first try here, except for that right there. But, I mean, I almost got to the top. I was only like 1 or 2 screens away, and then kaplash, I died. So I just kind of, you know, edited this off on the side and cut ahead to the time that I actually won. And didn't miss. You know, like that right there, it could have been worse. And of course, there's the DK coin. And I fumbled around with this for way too long. Like, I was like, oh, I was trying to make it harder than it was. I was like, you can't jump back in the barrel? Like, why would you want to do that anyway? I have no idea. But eventually, I picked up the barrel and just tried something, and wouldn't you know it, the first try on that, I got the DK coin, so yay on that, and we finished the level. So at this point, I was like, maybe 5 minutes into the video, 6 minutes, and I thought to myself, you know, I might as well do something else since we have some time, so I took the cog back to Boomer's bomb shelter, as we can see clearly on the screen. I don't know, there's this Styx song on the Brave New World CD, which is otherwise a pretty bad CD, but in the reprise of like 3 different songs they do at the very end, they do it like in 3/4 time, or like 6/4 time, or whatever, 6/4 time, and at the end he does these drums. It's like he's got this beat going like this, and then he goes like, he like hits it 6 times in between each beat. It's so good. Right, so as much as that album kind of stay links, that one song and that one moment in that song with those drums is just awesome as hell. Yeah, and I headed over to Wrinkly's to see like how much progress I'd really made here. Because I do realize that we are going for like 105% here, not just 100. And so 93, while good, is still leaves us with more than 10% of the game, or I guess 10% of 105%, 10 105ths. Well, 12 105ths. So then this boss, I pretty much cut this as short as I could. I showed what this right here that you're looking at is actually my 3rd try. I just cut straight to it. Because on my 3rd try I actually did pretty well, once I figured some things out. Once I figured out that you had to throw the barrel up into the suckage up there and hit him on the back. And then you kind of had to come in here and hit him from behind. Pretty much not that different from the other fight, except there's a few more puzzle elements that become pertinent later on. Dude, hit him from behind. That's what you always did before. Was this really my good try? Jeez. I need to see what the bad tries look like. Get up there. Then you just kind of wait up here until he turns around. And yeah, because this was my first time getting to this point in the fight, So I still didn't know what the heck I was doing. And I kept expecting any second that I was going to, like, run out of time, and I was going to have to do, like, the previous phase over. And I thought you could hit him in the butt, but you can't. You really got to hit him mostly, like, when you hit him, you have to hit him on that backpack thing, that helicopter. That's the only thing that seems to register a hit. It's the same thing when he's flying in the background, and you throw the barrel through the ceiling to hit him. If you hit him too soon, like in the head, it doesn't do anything, it just bounces off of him. So you have to hit that chopper, you have to get to the chopper, basically, with your barrels, to ensure a victory, to ensure Cohito. We may actually see an example of that in this fight, I don't know. And see, up to this point, it was still pretty tame. It seems, you know, it was still pretty reasonable. They weren't expecting anything huge out of me here. Yeah, too soon. And see, it just bounced off his head. So, you have to be mindful of that even in this stage of the fight. And didn't get a chance there. Eventually, I think after you hit him once, it starts sending a small piece of electricity across the bottom, and that took me the longest time to figure out what you were supposed to do to avoid that. Okay, maybe it's after 2 hits, I don't know. Okay, don't wait too long. You did it too soon, you dummy! Yeah, this is why, no, this is just painful to watch. It really is, but at least I'm on your side this time, knowing what was wrong with what I did. Because I think at this point I still hadn't figured out that you had to hit the chopper and not his head. And of course you're waiting for the electricity to dissipate. You still did it too soon. Oh wait, no, maybe not. That was actually better. And of course we have to go for a third hit. There's so many stages to this fight, I don't even know where one ends and the next one begins half the time. Too soon. Way too soon. You didn't even hit his head. And you go for a second shot, but you're not going to have time. Man, I should have cut more of this out. But this was still, at this point, this was still my third try at this fight, having never done it before. So I guess that's kind of why I kept it, is just to say, well, hey, look at what I did on my third try. This is where it happens, I think. Yeah, see there? And it's like, what the hell do you do? So we cut ahead, way ahead, to the point at which I finally figured it out. Which I don't even know if this was when I figured it out, but this was one point at which I stopped and didn't pick up the barrel and let it absorb the electricity. And it turns out that's what you have to do. And that's the final stage of the fight. But it's extremely hard. So I'm just showing kind of some random pieces of me doing good at the fight. After you hit him twice, he actually starts the conveyor belt, making it harder to hit him, but still doable. And yet again, we get 2 walls in a row on the background music. And I think this is it. Oh, no. Yeah, wait for the electricity first. Stay on whatever side of the barrel it's not. And there you go. That should do it. That did it. Get stuck to your wheel. And then you pick it up and the screen goes blank so fast that you don't even get to hear the, the fanfare on the most important coin of the game. But at this point, I was a little stunned. I was like, did I really just do that? So, took my DK coin, mulled about a little more, forgot how to control the stupid vehicle, like a dumbass. Came down here. I must have been talking about something, which is why I was distracted here, I don't know. But eventually I went into Funky's, which is what I had been meaning to do, because I had heard about that when you... Well, no, I heard about it in the game, actually. He said you don't have enough DK coins, and now we do. So, that means we get our next vehicle. And he kind of sucker punches, leading into a... Well, no, it's just a sucker punch, really. And he's just kidding, so... Thank goodness, because, man... And there's your new vehicle. Got you good news! Oh my god, that is the stupidest... Oh. There used to be, like, a company that used to call me on the phone. And that's how they would start all their messages when they left messages on the machine. They would be like, hey, got you good news, you can get this cable set up for, like, $139. Anyway, you wander around long enough, and eventually you come here. I don't think I've been here before. This, I guess, is the banana bird. I didn't take the time to count how many... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 15, 16. Holy cow. 16 of them. I assume that means there's 16 banana birds you have to find. Because well, because there were definitely more than like 8 or 9 of them flying around the save room, you know, last time I went there, and I got like 2 or 3 more in this video. Well, I found out a few other things in this video that I show briefly later on, like in the next 2 minutes that we got left here, but, you know. Let's see. Yeah, so there's really not much we can do for her until we get her birds back. So almost as if naturally, I just flew right to where that cave was and discovered it, so here we go. Once 4 of them flash, I usually say those letters out loud as the next ones are flashing, and then I say what the next ones are directly after it, because by the time you're done saying the first 4, you know, you can say the last 3 and then just look back at what you just said, or think back to what you just said, and recite it from your memory. I've heard that that's why telephone numbers are 7 digits long, because that's like as much as the human brain can, like, hold. I don't know if that makes any sense, though, because some months... So, oh, look at this code right here. Could you make it any easier? You gave me 5 of a kind in a full house. And you gave me another bird, so yay. More demented Dixie. So that's pretty much what the rest of this video is me bumming around looking for these hidden caves with the gyrocopter. I found these 3, and I could have sworn there were more than 3 previously that I had found. But for some reason, when I look on the overworld now, I can only find like 6 of them total. So maybe there were only 3 before, I don't know, before I found these 3 new ones. But either way, we got 3 more banana birds. So basically we got 4 left to find, or maybe it's 5. No, it is 4, because in between the 2nd and 3rd cave that you just saw there, I visited her. I didn't keep it in the video because I didn't think it was important, but she said there was 5 left that we had to find. Then I went to this guy and asked him about the secret caves. I thought he was going to tell me about Boshi barrels, but instead, well, he offers to tell us for 13 coins. And he tells us, well, the number of secret caves there are, the answer is in the number of coins you just spent. So that means there's 13 of them. Which is kind of freaking me out a little bit, because there were only 6 on the overworld, I couldn't find any more. So, unless the caves are like within the worlds themselves, which, actually that would make a lot of sense. As far as that goes, I probably already found them all, and just didn't really realize it, or something, I don't know. Anyway, that's the end of this video. Okay, well, we're just gonna see a black screen for a little bit here. Okay, so bye, and take care, y'all.